Good morning.
Hi.
We can never tell when we're live. I don't think
There's
there's
no
a button
little red
ever.
flashing
And,
light.
oh, I didn't send out a little reminder.
I think everybody kind of knows.
Everybody
If not,
knows?
all their phones got dinged to say, hey.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Lots
I
of
usually
stuff
send a
happens.
little reminder, and then I get messages later from people that are asking, now what time is it?
Yeah.
And kind of forget about the time change and stuff. So a couple things. If you're local and if you've been in, you've noticed that the shop is destroyed because what we did was we moved a bunch of things around because our tech people said that a lot of our sound issues would go away if we were in a studio type setting. And so Todd is going to be coming over, I think, next week. And it was going to be this week, but the stuff hasn't all arrived yet, and we weren't entirely ready. That's going to keep banging, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so he's going to bring over a boom mic, and so we'll have that, and I think that the sound will be a whole lot better, and that'll be kind of nice. But in the meantime, we moved all of the baby stuff in the other room, and
After showing you how cute this room was for the
I
baby stuff,
know.
it's
The
now,
baby
I
room
think it's even
is-
cuter.
It's cuter.
where it is now, where we usually film.
Yeah,
And
there's
you can-
more room.
Mm-hmm. You can see it way better.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And so the other thing we're going to do is we're not going to keep you guys for like 40 minutes on Wednesday mornings anymore. We started talking about that, and we thought, well, having our little coffee together on Wednesday mornings is nice, but we know that you guys have things to do, so we're going to try to keep it to like 20 minutes, and then we'll just have more YouTube live things. We have some boxes to open. We're going to do that today. So we'll just do little ones. So instead of you guys having to have a large chunk of time, we'll chat about, ooh, is that you? We'll chat about what's new and what we've been talking about, and then we'll add other little things. And also, once we get our setup the way that it's supposed to be, we'll do YouTube Live and Facebook Live at the same time. But for now, what we're doing is we're posting the Facebook Live on YouTube so that you have a better video quality. But we do read all of the YouTube comments, and so you guys are all entered in the door prize drawings, which we'll talk about in a second. And Mike, bless his little heart, Mike Holmes, he's been our IT guy for a while, and he was helping out and answering some of the YouTube questions. And then, I don't know, some big old storm
Yeah, hit
Iowa.
Yeah.
Hit most of the Midwest, I guess. So his little camper was 2 blocks away, and
Yeah.
I don't know, his
Poor
mom
guy.
lost part of her roof. Did I tell you that part?
Oh, dang.
Yeah, part of her roof came off. I don't know, bad things. I don't even know. So he's out for the count for a little bit.
Yeah.
So kind of bad. The other thing that happened was I called Steve. So did I tell you this, Steve? Our friend, I think I did. Steve, our friend from Washington, D.C.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So Steve is a guy that went to high school with Brian and I, and he has some big secret job now. I don't know. We don't really know what he does. He never talks about it, but it's some sort of
We're
security
not allowed
detail.
to know. I keep telling him, well, when you can, you just let me know. I can keep your secret.
Yeah.
Every time I say
We
it,
have
he
questions.
just laughs at me like, oh, you silly girl, you.
Yeah. He's not sharing any details. No. We could be in trouble by just talking about him.
Who knows?
Yeah, we could be being watched. You know what's funny about Steve is Steve does not carry a cell phone. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he does not carry a cell, and Noon doesn't carry one.
Yeah.
There's something about if somebody wanted to hack your life, it's apparently
it's a cell
pretty
phone.
easy. Yeah, it's all through cell phone. They can listen to you. They can watch you. Is that creepy? Now, I say bring it. I ain't doing nothing that's very interesting, so listen away. But I don't even have curtains at my house. Well, I live in the country.
Yeah, so you
So
don't
I
have
don't
it.
have even curtains, but we should change that. We're moving to town. We'll need curtains. I'm not that interesting.
No. It's all about, measuring
More
4
naked
inches.
stories.
No, please no. Please no.
No more naked stories. Anyway, I digress so much. Anyway, we called Steve. That's what we were talking about. So we called Steve and asked him, what's the deal? Do you say Washington, D.C., or do you say Washington State? This is a man who was born and raised in Washington State. He says, hell no. He says Washington. And he says, and I quote, the D.C. is implied. Why
Oh.
would that be implied? Why are they more important? Okay, they are the capital of the United States, but it's funny that they don't even have to say. If they say Washington, that's what's implied, is that it's the District of Columbia, which is what I remember it used to be called. I was going to look this up, and I was going to have a little bit of knowledge here, because I remember it being the 50 states and the District of Columbia. When I was a child, that was what was always said, the 50 states and the District of Columbia. I don't know when they added Washington to it.
Oh. I guess I don't know.
You've just always known it as Washington or D.C.
Washington, D.C., yeah.
I don't know. They're more important than we are.
It must be an East Coast thing, because maybe when we get asked when we're at market and those places, it's from people who are all over, so they might be East Coast thinking, oh, you're, our neck of the woods, not realizing we're a lot farther.
You're right, because out here, no one ever asks.
No one ever assumes, yeah.
No, and even California, Oregon, Idaho, Washington is Washington.
Yeah.
You're right, but like in Texas.
When we're around all of the
Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I guess it depends on where you're from. And Pennsylvania, somebody had emailed or Facebook message, I don't know, I lose track of all of us, but she said they always say they're from PA.
Cool.
We're from PA. So we should start that. We should say we're from WA. We're from Wawa.
Wawa. Let's not.
Let's not. No, we don't like that.
We confuse everybody, anyways, because we're Ephrata. Because Pennsylvania has a
Ephrata.
Yeah.
Ephrata.
So we've had some people thinking, oh, well, we'll come see you. And they're like, well, where are you at? Where, blah, blah, blah. Oh. And then it realized, like,
where's that
from? Yeah, Charlesburg or something. Like, oh, honey, you're on the East Coast. We're on the West Coast. You should not realize, because it's spelled the same way. We just pronounce it
And there must be a Euphrates
somewhere.
Because a lot of people add that U, they spell it E-U-P-H, and a lot of people, Ephrata.
Oh, yeah.
Which, of course, we say Ephrata.
Mm-hmm.
We Ephrata.
Pennsylvania.
The Ephrata Tagus.
Yeah.
Ephrata. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
All that shit.
So, yeah, so that's the thing on Washington, D.C. That's the thing with PA.
A lot of Midwesterners say Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
I do. I know. Who's the singer that I like? He even says
Luke
Washington.
Bryan.
We're going to wash or pick up whatever. No.
But you can't help it. Like, even seeing some of the clips from American Idol, he's got that twang. He just I don't think he can help it. He can't help it.
My pickup.
It drives me nuts, but
It does. Yeah, that's exactly right. I forgot about that. I hear it whenever I hear it, but I never say.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
we're from Washington. That's exactly right. Yeah, because you never hear anybody from Washington throw that R in there.
Yeah.
We did have a question on if we can buy the cute FabriChat cups.
You can. Oh, who asked?
Somebody wants to drink with us?
Raymond Gravel.
Raymond Gravel! Of course he did.
Former mayor of Silk Lake.
How does he not have one?
How does he not have one? What? Raymond, honey, I'm going to give you a set.
For you and Deborah's morning
You should
coffee.
have some. Yes. Because we've had these for a while. I guess nobody's ever asked to buy one.
We'll also put what we have left up on, so if anybody else wants to have FabriChat coffee with us.
Because we have them out at the retreat center. We have them here. Yeah, and we do kits with them.
Yeah.
We put kits and stuff in there. Oh, that's super nice. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Cute.
Well, I'm going to give Raymond, I'm going to hook you up. All right. And speaking of, wait. Before we talk about gifts, we need to, today is a special day.
Yeah, Wyatt is 3 today. My little dude is getting bigger. Totally potty trained.
Totally potty trained.
We are super stoked. Brittany's giving me evil eyes from the back
Brittany,
there.
sister-in-law on the opposite side, same age.
Robert was dinging me some. We had a family photo shoot, 3 weeks ago? Almost a month ago. So you can see him cute with his little mohawk.
Oh, yeah, show them. Are you going to be able to turn your phone to...
Here's a Wyatt.
Show a Wyatt picture.
This is a good one. He's very distracted. Like, honey,
He is adorable.
Let's see if I can find it.
And I think you have to do that so that... they're all so cute. You need to send me some of those pictures.
I know. Oh, here's one of him and
that's a
his
good
dad.
one.
This is so his picture. Sorry, honey, but the world gets to see you. You see that? So Wyatt is a doll. He's this tiny little munchkin of a dude, but...
He is little because Dad is like 6 feet tall, and Wyatt is Rang size.
Yeah.
He's
itty
a
bitty.
little guy. And maybe he'll end up growing.
Because it's funny because
A
the
little bit.
boys, Orion and Wyatt, are, 8 months apart? 9 months apart? And you would think Orion's like a year and a half to 2 years older because Wyatt is so little. But
He's a tiny guy.
And Orion's tall. He's got that Matzkus height to him.
So
So
that's good. They're going to be terrors together
Oh,
in high school.
yes, they are.
Show us a little. You guys have to see this while she finds this video. So, when Brianna went in the hospital, a little over 3 years ago today, Robert's cousin was already in the hospital and had just given birth to their little girl, and so on Sunday they had a combined birthday party. So this is the rich part of the family, not us.
They're the fun part.
They're the fun part. They have all this money to spend on all these things. So
They have
Brianna
so much
said,
fun.
"Oh," and we didn't go. Brian and I didn't go because a lot of people, and we're still super nervous and about being around people that we're not normally around. So we're going to do a fun little dinosaur egg hunt in our yard this Friday, but with just immediate family. But anyway, they had this great big party, and Brianna says, "Oh, it's going to be fun because." They're getting a bouncy house. And I thought, oh, a bouncy house. Well, that's kind of cool. That's kind of a fun thing for a kid's party. Oh, no.
We
Oh,
didn't
no.
realize. It was like a
It
castle.
was a 2-story, did you find it? A 2-story bouncy house, water slide.
Yeah.
Can you show them that? This is, I
Let's
didn't even
see.
know they made such a thing. I've seen the little bouncy houses, and then you see all of these horrible videos where they're blown away in the wind. This is not going anywhere.
Here, we'll show you the video with Jordan and
The big boys.
my brother and Robert. And then you'll see how big this castle is.
Can you see?
And it has water, and it like launches you. Brittany, I don't know. Are they coming?
Are they coming?
It was a blast. So
Did they go down?
yeah. So it was crazy. So Harper, she said no. Absolutely not. I'm not walking up there. You're not carrying me up there. So she was the little towel girl. She would grab a towel. Didn't care whose towel it was. She would just jack someone's towel, run up to the edge of the little water pool, and make sure Dad was dry. His face was dried off, and it was super sweet. She was a little towel girl.
So sweet.
And Wyatt and Orion just looped. Just slide down and go up, and slide down and go up. And we took his life vest just in case, because he really likes it, and we just don't want him to be afraid. So we took it. He probably went down 2 or 3 times with his life vest and realized Orion was having way too much fun without his life vest. So he ended up taking off, and he was a champ. And they did really good, and yeah, the boys and all us adults got into it at the end. But so we think might have impromptu water park at our house just for fun. Because it was pretty inexpensive, and it's a lot of cheap fun. So
much fun. And especially since for right now, you
We
can't
can't do
go to the
anything.
water park.
Right.
You can't go anywhere. So if you just rented one of those, had the family,
Yeah.
you know, the family that you feel are, you know,
Mhm.
not infectious, I don't know, come
Yeah.
over or have
Same
already
germs.
had it, then, yeah, that seems kind of fun.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do, all of the boys are into dinosaurs, so we're going to do a dinosaur egg hunt.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to have some drugs on site.
Yeah. We haven't met Billy yet.
We haven't met Billy! Shout out, and Mr. Raymond Gravel, if he keeps telling me how nice Billy is, I'm going to smack him in the face.
We're going to give you a broken cup.
I'm going to give you a broken cup.
Yeah.
Because we have not, I feel like we've donated enough
So
that
we're
I have
in-
paid for at least an ear. of that
So we're going
dog.
to invite him to our birthday party. And
Yes.
yeah.
And
Have
see
him
if he can-
investigate if it's powdered sugar
Yeah,
or if
I'm
it's
gonna text
something
some
controlled.
pictures.
Yeah.
I texted the chief of police in Soap Lake, and it's like, so, if I'm driving without my seatbelt, over the speed limit, run a stop sign,
And on my phone.
and on my phone all
Will
at the
Billy
same time,
come?
what's the likelihood? I think he just texted back LOL or something. It's like, no, I'm serious. What do I gotta do?
So we're going to invite
I'm
Billy.
gonna eat a jelly
To
powdered
come
jelly
see-
donut
right?
all over my face.
Right?
So Billy,
Yeah.
shout out.
So we're going
We want
to invite
meet
him
you.
and just see if he could come see us. Because we
Yeah.
hear that he's a fabulous. He's one of those.
Yeah.
It's odd
Friendly.
to me that
You
you,
wouldn't
can
think
have a
he'd be
dog that
friendly.
can rip you out of a car or smell for your drugs. But he's also like, oh, dude, we'll be friends.
Yeah, because I don't
I
think
think
that he's
that's-
biting people because he's mean.
It's
I
his
think
job.
It's his job. You are going to go to the ground.
Because he's
I think that's.
yes, I was
don't
told.
think he's mean because I think if you had a mean canine, they would probably not want to release. Don't you think? I mean, if that's what their job was beating people up. I mean, that's why I wonder, do you wonder if like prize fighters if that's your job is to pound somebody, do you think if you lost your temper?
Robert just watched Kingdom on Netflix, which is all about a big family of fighters. It's really nice and sad and super drama and I don't know. But
like
they
reality?
were very...
Like it's like real
no,
or it's
I think it's scripted because Nick Jonas is in it. But, but it's very nice because you have these fighters that are really good fighters and then kind of have an edgy life, and then there's fighters that are really good, but like Nick Jonas's character is super sweet and but he can fight, he can turn it on and fight. So I don't know.
I think it would be hard. I don't think I could hit somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe
but
I could.
You also, don't want to hurt a bug.
I could.
So
that's true. I don't kill bugs either.
I don't think you have the fight in you.
I don't.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always strange to me, but I get the job and the family.
Yeah, and I guess with dogs that must be because I know
so
I
cool
could
to
not
me.
get Lizzie to bite somebody, no matter what.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
I think do you think even if somebody were like hurting me, I don't think she would bite somebody.
No, I don't think she has it in her.
She's a golden.
And she doesn't.
I think she would mouth them.
Yeah,
she might.
I don't think she'd leave a mark. Yeah,
no, I don't think she
would. And I
either.
think she'd bark crazy to try to get someone else's attention.
No.
But
I don't think she would believe that they were really hurting. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think she even thinks that way.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't know a stranger, so.
Ruger, though, Brianna's dog bit somebody.
Yeah, someone walked into our...
Census person.
Yeah, walked into our fence. And he's a blue-red heeler mix, so he does that herding thing. If you've ever known a cow dog, they herd the cow's back feet. So that's what he does, is he goes for your ankle. So that's what he got. And
we watched on the Ring.
On my Ring camera.
And she's standing there, and you see him.
He looks just
and
like...
he
Yeah.
darts off.
And that's all he did. I mean, I'm sure... She was okay. An officer came to our house and just let us know, hey, she walked in your yard. This happened. No one's in trouble. But maybe if you want to post guard dog on site or something, because she said she didn't realize there was a dog. So we might post that. He's fine, and she's fine. She has a little red mark. She did have jeans on, so there was no no wound, I guess. But yeah, that's the first time anyone has. I guess I like that they've chilled out with barking about everyone who's walking across our street. So that's nice. But I feel bad that she was probably super surprised that there's all of a sudden this creeper.
Well, your dogs are so quiet because they weren't going to bark. He was just going to come and say, "Get out."
And the hard thing is we have a big. She's a mutt of like maybe Rottweiler and Boxer. She's this big, huge something. But she has this crazy big dog bark.
She looks mean.
Yeah.
And she does this, we
Funny
call it her
smile.
Elvis look.
Yeah.
And it really is a smile, but she looks like she is growling.
And people are always afraid of her, and they want to pet
so
that cute
sweet.
white one that's up there. It's like, no. He's trying to figure out how he can maneuver to get to you because you're too close to me. She's like, she wants, to see if there's peanut butter in your lunchbox.
Yeah.
She'd be your friend.
Yeah. Dogs.
So
we just love our dogs.
I know. My life would be
Love
so
our
boring
dogs.
without kids and dogs.
Kitties. All right, so we have some presents. We have a couple things. We have some presents to give away, and then we got some presents in the mail. And it's funny because we get things periodically, and they're so humbling, to get a present that we don't. We send a nice little thank you card or send a little message, but we don't talk about it on Facebook. It's just humbling. There's just no other word for it. But we thought these two we really need to mention on Facebook because while we're still at home, people who do come into the shop all say the same thing that, gosh, it's just so fun to shop. It's so fun to be out and about. And boy, I really get that. I mean, don't make me bring up the, tennis shoe story again. I mean, there is no shopping. But so we've been shopping a lot online, and it's fun to support local businesses and small little mom and pop businesses and shop on Etsy and some of the other places. And some people call it drunk shopping or insomnia shopping, when you just all of a sudden, oh shoot, packages are coming and I probably should reel that in. Anyway, so we have two different people and they did not ask us to advertise for them at all. This was an unsolicited thing. This was just a present, but we just want to share with you the presents that we got. And we just want to do a little shout out because we visited their Etsy sites and they are very, very nice. So the first one was this one, and the gal, it's Puddletown Fair. So Puddletown Fair, and and she spells it Fayre. So it's puddletownfair.com. She does have a website, but then you can click and go to her Etsy site. But it's really, really sweet. So she sent this just lovely, kind letter. It's a very personal letter, so I'm not going to read it out loud, but just really, really nice. And she just said that she had been thinking about us, and she just wanted to spend some time making some things for us and for our staff. And so, and she said there's going to be this box that's going to come. And she said, and don't be nervous about opening the box. You know, they take all their precautions, and so it's really nice. So we opened the box, and oh my goodness. So first of all, it was boxed so beautifully in this really nice box, and this paper, even the paper, it's wrapped in this really cool paper. And what it is she does, and again, here's her logo. You can see it. It's Puddletown Fair. And they are little prayer journals. They are for heirloom recipes, travel journals. If you want to keep something,
and
there's
they're all
honor.
handmade.
All
She does all
handmade,
of
and they
this.
are awesome. And they're packaged so beautifully. So she put a special little note. This one is Brianna's. And then she did these special ones for this staff. And then I opened it, and you have to see the rest of it. So again, if you see this, this is all, she's cut all of this out. This is all hand done. And then if you open this up, I know there's like this little library card, little tabs. There's some little stickers in here, and all these little pouches and little things where you can write things down. Are you able to see that? Look at how amazing this is. Little things where you can put little thoughts, little pictures. This is an incredible amount of work.
When I
that she's
visited
done.
her website, she's from in Indiana. I think it's Puddletown, Indiana.
She's on Puddletown Road.
And she actually, I think pre-COVID, she has like a studio that she does, and she does classes to make your own little mini journal with you and up to 4 friends. So there's 5 of you plus her, and you can make your own special journal or do something special for. I think this would be beautiful for a bridal thing
Oh my
for
gosh.
signatures
And just remembering all of those little
so
things
cool.
as you're making, you know, doing decisions and stuff. And but it's
I think
just
it's beautiful.
beautiful, so well done.
I wish we were closer because I'm not a scrapbooker and paper is not really my thing, but I love this.
I know.
I would love to figure out how to make a cute little envelope and
Oh yeah, and she does
might have
cards,
to go on a
but she
road
has an Etsy site. So while you're maybe too far away or not able to take a class, you can
They're
purchase them.
beautiful.
They are beautiful, and the amount of work that goes into them. I looked at her prices.
It's not enough.
And she is 5 stars. She has 29 different people that have commented, and every single one gave her 5 stars. So, and they all said the same thing too, that they were packaged beautifully, arrived promptly, all protected. So super nice, and even just the way that it's wrapped
That
up.
little personal touch is super nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
so nice. So Marcia, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was just such a thoughtful gift. Just such a super thoughtful gift. And she gave exactly enough that every staff member got one, and we have 1 extra because she said she was just throwing them in there for us to use at our discretion. She got the number exactly right. And so we're going to draw for this one at the end. We're going to talk to you about how to win 1 little notebook of Marcia's from Puddletown Fair. So we'll have that. We'll come back to that. We also want to show you these prayer flags. I love it that people are giving us prayer journals and prayer flags.
That's so us, right?
That's so nice.
I
It's so
know.
nice that that's the stuff that they're. So this is from a gal. Her name is Miranda Gray. Miranda Gray, and if you go to Miranda Gray Studio, no space, type all of that in. She is down in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and she also had a brick and mortar shop. That is, of course, how did she put it, shuttered up at the moment, and will be open again. But she has a lot of different artwork. But she also has an Etsy site. And she does these prayer flags, very reasonably priced, and she does them. She has a whole little story about them and how you put them in. You're supposed to hang them out so that the breeze will come and collect the prayer and take it on its way. And she doesn't finish the edges because over time they get tattered, and she talks about all of that. But they're supposed to last outside if you choose to hang it outside. I think it's too pretty to hang outside.
Right.
We want the prayers inside. But anyway, she does. This is her artwork, and it's printed at Spoonflower. And so she makes these, and she has different ones. But anyway, super nice. So she sent this for us, and again, she sent it with this kind little note. There wasn't even any kind of comment about her website. We had to search to find her because there's another Miranda Gray who teaches women's health or something, or Lamaze classes or something, who's all over the internet. Not the same person, but this Miranda Gray, it was just super kind, and it was just a nice little card and just a nice little note. And so, again, unsolicited, but we just want you to know she has an Etsy site, and this is a way that we can support those people that are still trying to, make it through all of this while we're all still shut down. So we just wanted to give her a shout out. Miranda Gray Studio is who she is. But anyway, she does barnyard ones. It's cute. You should go to her.
Oh, cool.
Go to her website. It's super cute. So, all right. Okay, let's see. So, and we've got some prizes. So we asked you guys we talked last week about the yard sale. We've been boxing things up.
We've been working hard for you guys.
Oh, lots and lots of things that we are getting rid of. And Brianna is better at it than me because everything has sentimental value. But Brianna's like, give this away. So we're boxing. We've been researching. We think we kind of know how we're going to do it. And again, we'll have a few more details when we're ready to pick an exact date for that. But we want to do that YouTube and Facebook Live at the same time. So we'll do that. But in the meantime, we have a bunch of mask making things that we want to get rid of. And we showed you some of the boxes, and we ended up with more boxes than we thought, mostly because we ended up with more people than we thought. So we're announcing the winners, and some of you, I already have your address. And then others, if you want to message us or phone us or whatever, we'll send out your little box. And so some of our winners, it was just really nice, the stories. And what we had asked was, just tell us who you're making masks for, if you're still making them for other people, and let us know why you want the box. And we just got some really nice notes. So one is Debbie Eastabrook. Debbie Eastabrook, she has been making a lot of them, and she's currently making them for her husband's classroom. Her husband is a teacher. They're going back to school, and she just wants to make sure that he has a collection of them in case somebody forgets their mask or they lose it on the playground or something bad happens. She's also made a ton of them for the food service maintenance crew and the other teachers and stuff. So she's still making a bunch of them. So Debbie Eastabrook, we're going to be mailing a box to you. And then Michelle Hayes, who's a local gal, she's one of our usual customers who comes in all the time, and she nominated a friend, and her friend's name is Beverly Mackner. I don't know if Beverly even watches us, so Beverly might just get a special little box in the mail and not even know what it's for.
How cool.
But Beverly Mackner is a friend of hers who lives in Yuma, Arizona, and Michelle wrote this super sweet story. So Mesa. Oh wait, that's weird. Recently moved to Mesa, Arizona, but her mailing address is Yuma. Is that the same place? It's not the same place. I better clarify that. Anyways, Michelle says that her friend Beverly just makes masks, makes them willy-nilly, whatever, all different colors, all different sizes, hangs them on her gate post.
Oh, and if you want, that's so sweet. It's like one of those bookstores things outside people's houses. Just take a book.
Borrow a book, bring it back.
Whatever
She has masks.
Just take what you want.
Yeah, she makes them and hangs them out there, and they're gone every day. And she just keeps making. Now she's making smaller ones. Isn't that sweet?
That's so
She's
cool.
getting a big box.
Oh, I love
A big
that.
box. And Michelle says she's just this pleasant, kind soul, and she just has that. I know. It kind of brings a tear to your eye.
I love that. That's a super good idea.
I love her. We
love
could be
it.
friends. So,
And I love
Beverly
that
Mackinnon.
Michelle nominated her. That is
I know, and that's what
awesome.
Michelle said. Michelle said, just send them to my friend, and Michelle said, or I'll pay for them. It's like, no,
Oh.
we got you.
Yeah.
So we're
That's
gonna
so
send her a
cool.
bunch of stuff and some fabric, and anyway, super nice. So I said, oh yeah, we got her. So anyway,
A little
and-
Robin Hood thing.
I know, yeah. All right, Kathy Miller. Oh, Kathy Miller. She nominated. This is another person who nominated for another group, and we have sent them some boxes before, so we'll do it again. But the Western Navajo seamstresses, and they're doing it for the Navajo and the Hopi families. A lot of poverty, a lot of issues, a lot of lack of resources down there, and so we're sending to them, and we have their address. And then we're gonna send. You don't know this yet, but we're sending a box to Canada.
Oh,
I
okay.
know. It's so expensive. Poor Canadians. I feel so bad for you guys.
Gosh, I know.
Australians.
With sending, your invoices about your shipping, like, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we try to do it as cheap as possible. I don't know.
I
how
don't
to
know
make
why
that
it takes,
better.
and we're pretty close to the border. It's like, how is it
I
that far?
know.
We could like chuck it over the border and just pick it
Yeah,
up on the
meet
side.
us up in Okanagan,
We'll throw it over.
and then run.
It's probably
We
illegal
might
in many
we
countries.
might meet a dog we don't want to meet.
Oh, maybe not Billy, probably.
Not Billy.
Oh,
What if we took Billy with us? Billy?
Protect us. Yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna happen.
We're chucking some good stuff.
See, smell it.
We
Smell
would
it. We're
get
good.
in so
Oh,
much
Lord.
trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Some things you just can't explain your way out of. They could open it and see what it is. Oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're mailing this package to Ontario. Okay, that's a little ways away.
That's okay.
I'm thinking BC. BC, we could chuck it to you. Ontario, we're mailing it. So this gal, Donna Hawley, and I've lost track. Some of these guys are YouTube people. Some of these guys are Facebook people. So we picked a collection from all of you guys, and one was an email. So anyway, Donna Hawley, she is in southwestern Ontario, Canada. She is a school bus driver. She's been making masks for everybody around her home area, sending them to family in the U.S., paying shipping to send them back down here. That's
Awesome.
super nice.
Then we will pay to send it to you for sure.
And now she has started making masks for her school bus kids, being a school bus
good.
driver, and her fellow drivers. So she thought any extra supplies would be nice because she is a senior and driving a school bus. So
I think that's a lot, though. I mean, I know there's a lot of the seniors who do drive bus because it's a pretty good gig.
well, and also, you just you get your kid fix.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's nice to her.
You have to. There's probably some of those naughty ones, like, the Roberts who get kicked off the buses because,
The
he
rain
can't sit in
kids.
his seat.
Yeah. So we're sending you a package with love.
Yes.
So we're gonna put a bunch of stuff in there, and those will go out today. We have those all ready to go. We just need to get your addresses on them. And then our last one, this gal was fantastic. She didn't email. She called, and then she sent a letter and a card. So super, super nice. And this one is Carol Stevens, and Carol Stevens is from Brooksville, Florida. And so she's very excited. She's been making a bunch of them. And she talks about all kinds of ways and couldn't find black fabric, and some people would donate to her, but she's been making for everybody. And the other thing too with her is that her brother is currently in the VA hospital, and she's not able to see them. And
That's
our
hard.
Carolyn, for those of you guys who know our Carolyn Harris, who works here, the one with the long braid, her brother died from COVID 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago tomorrow. Same thing. I think that's got to be the hardest thing, is that
And it was way too fast. No one was able
super
to.
fast. Well, they couldn't see him anyway. They
Right.
knew he tested positive. They couldn't go see him, and he was too weak to talk on the phone. And then they even called and said, "Well, it's going to be today." I mean, they knew that he had taken a turn, but what a change of events, when you can't be at somebody's bedside. I think, I mean, there's so much with this, but the fact that you can't be there when your loved one is passing is
Right.
It's pretty horrifying. So anyway, so it makes us feel bad. Carolyn is better, but
Yeah.
sad. super sad. So if you know Carolyn and you're her Facebook friend or you see her,
I want to send her a letter.
yeah, well, you won't see her probably.
Yeah.
No one sees her because she's protecting Mike, her husband, who's got some issues. So anyway, send her some love your way and let her know. So, all right, let's see. How's our time? Are we still talking for 40 minutes?
It's
Oh my gosh,
we can't help ourselves.
Brianna.
I don't know. Wyatt started it,
Wyatt,
and then it moved to dogs, and then it was Billy's fault.
Billy.
It wasn't us.
It's kids and dogs. It's always the kids and dogs.
It's not our fault.
It's not us. We are not chatty. Who would say that about us?
No, Brittany's back there. So we're gonna call you out of that, but
We are, and we're gonna end this pretty quickly. But I just have to tell you one thing that happened. Last Thursday? Thursday we were over. A car ran into. Took a corner too fast and ran into our storage unit. The storage unit where we keep a lot of stuff from the shop and extra display things and different things. Anyway, totaled the car. Everybody walked away. Everybody was fine. Everything was good. Took out beams, broke beams. The building is in really bad shape. But anyway, so we were there. My husband, Brianna's husband, the other boys, boys that we claim that don't belong to us but are there. Everybody was there working, and we had been there for a couple hours, and we were getting near the end, and it was time to box things up. And for some reason, I don't know, I was cutting up and talking about something, and Brianna and I, we crack ourselves up.
oh my god,
We
we're so
are
funny.
picking on him, and we're laughing, and then Brianna's laughing, and then I'm laughing, and we're going back and forth, and all of a sudden we kind of stop, we look around, and everybody is just going,
Oh my god, why are they here?
shut up.
It was funny.
Why are they talking so much?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we talk a lot.
Yeah.
We know that. And
But we think we're hilarious.
we're funny.
If the guys would just catch on.
I know. Somebody asked, does your family like watching on YouTube? It's like, are you kidding
Oh,
me?
my husband's never watched it.
No, absolutely not. They have to listen to us when we talk, or fake it.
And I'm not sure I want to watch myself back.
No.
But, no.
Yeah, they would never watch us listen to us for entertainment.
No.
They
So we're
want
glad
us
you
to
guys
leave
do.
the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So a little later today, we'll show you. We have some boxes to open, and we'll show you that, and we'll do a couple.
Little
things
impromptu live.
Yeah, we'll because we want to keep this to 20 minutes.
Yeah. I hope.
It's because drunk on time. That's what you call that. Is drunk on time. Brittany and I were just talking about this morning. You get up early. You have all this time to throw in some laundry, put away the dishes, do whatever, and all of a sudden you realize you're late for work because you had an extra hour. And you thought you had all this time and that you didn't have. So, and see, here I am yakking again, using up that time. Okay, so what we were thinking about is vocabulary. Sometimes on some of the messages that we get, people will say, what are you talking about? What is a dog ear? What is there's different things that they ask. And I thought, oh my gosh, and there's so many sort of weird terms that we use. And the other thing I thought is now with COVID, there is social distancing, the non-maskers. There's some other terms.
That Urban Dictionary goodness that's
I
going
know,
to come of it.
all kinds of weird things that, words that we've never said before. And so we thought what we want to hear from you, so a Facebook message, YouTube comment, email, whatever, let us know. We're going to come up with the best ones next Tuesday, and we'll mention some of the words and then what we'll do is everybody that we've read, we'll put in a bucket and we'll draw a name for somebody to win this last beautiful
And we'll share their word.
Yes. And we'll share your word because we thought, well, words, because this whole journaling, I think having something like this would really make you want to write things down. So share some of your favorite quilting terms or new words or word that's not really a word. And that's what I think is a word that you wouldn't necessarily find in Webster's. There's, because like what were some of them that we were thinking about? UFO, for those of you who have not been quilters before, you know that a UFO is actually an unfinished object. So a lot of us quilters know that that word has been around for a long time. And then wombats, you know, a wombat is a waste of money, batting, and time. So not a good thing, but we've seen some of those. But anyway, we never create that. But anyway, so words like that. And Brianna, you had a new word
I had
you
a
were
word.
going to share.
I saw the other night, I saw it on Facebook. It's proquiltinate. To work on quilting projects when one should be doing dishes, folding laundry, or picking up one's children's from school. In a sentence, you can use it as, I had planned on cooking dinner, but instead I ended up proquiltinating.
Proquiltinating. Instead of, I love that.
So my life.
See, you will be the winner. I'm
Yes.
going to proquiltinate. That
Yes.
is a fantastic word. I
Right?
love that word. So, tell us your words,
Yes.
the words that are not in Webster's, the non-Webster's drawing, and we will share them with you guys next Wednesday, and somebody will win one of Marsha's beautiful notebooks. And in the meantime, again, you know, shop local, pick at least
Shop
one
small
night a
business.
week that you're going to order out from your restaurant, go pick it up and go to the park, and you know, let's share some of the wealth a little bit. Well, not wealth, nobody.
But, you know.
Share
Ooh.
some business so
Yeah.
that they can maintain a little bit and visit these guys. And anyway, all right, so that was our 20 minutes. So
Sorry,
we're
guys.
gonna-
We'll get better.
Yes, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good
Bye.
day. Hey.
Did you miss us?
See, we can't be accused of talking all morning long if we do it a couple times.
Yeah,
This
there
is
you go.
going to be fast. We meant to tell you about this.
Yeah.
Part of us moving into the studio is that we could hang different quilts back behind us. And we were going to tell you about this quilt, and we
Or
didn't.
at least put a label on it for you guys.
At least put a label.
But none of that
We
happened.
didn't. This is dumpster diving. So actually dumpster diving was a pattern that we did probably 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And literally what it was Thelma, who was our very first employee ever, after classes, she would go through the garbage bags and pull out anything that was at least 2 inches, and she would cut it into a 2-inch square. And we made this, and she made this quilt. And so it was literally dumpster diving. And so the pattern talks about 2-inch squares, but then 2.5-inch squares and jelly
Became a
rolls
thing.
came on a thing. So this is if you did it with 2.5-inch squares, it's a little bit bigger. But the block is right here. See, it's right here. And so what happens is you make a block, and then if you turn it, it makes these X's. And so in the original dumpster diving, this is just, there's nothing in there. But on this version, there's another version where you can put just this little half square triangle on the end of it and create this little thing in the inside. So anyway, for those of you who were asking apparently in the comments, what is that quilt? What is that quilt? This quilt is dumpster diving. Now, it freaks people out because it was the same with Row Sampler.
It looks so different.
It's different. So the quilt on the front of dumpster diving is the original one with the 2-inch squares. This is not the one that's pictured on the pattern. But
Yeah, and I'll add this picture as like an additional picture. So if
Yeah.
you think you find it, you might see this picture in there. And then you'll have both versions in your pattern.
Yeah.
You'll have a 2-inch scrapped version and a 2.5-inch
Yeah.
if you're going to use a pre-cut set.
And it's on the website.
Yep, it's on the website. Currently only as a paper pattern that we ship to you. But we're going to, we need
for
to,
our Australian
Yeah,
people
we're gonna do it as a
and our
download,
UK
so
people, we'll fix you.
hang on. Don't order it yet. But wait for that download to come through so then you don't have to pay for that postage.
Yeah.
It's, it'll be easier that way.
Not that we don't support our post office, which we do.
Yes, we do. They're probably sick of us.
Yeah. All right,
All
now
right,
we're
that was
gonna
it.
See, so fast.
Under 20 minutes.
Oh,
Woo!